Britain has won the World Hang Gliding Championships for the first time this year, and the sport is certainly being taken a lot more seriously than in the early days, when it really was for bird brains. The rigs are now stronger, safer, and very sophisticated. But when I tried to learn, I found there are still a couple of problems. As a passenger, there's only so much I could pick up. No, to master a hang glider, there's nothing for it but to go solo, without the reassurance of an instructor to take over at tricky moments. Even when you find a suitably gentle hill, it's hard for an instructor to stay close, and you're only airborne for a few seconds. It also takes someone braver than me to leap off a hill, never having tried it before. But I am going to volunteer to test out this prototype winch system, which should keep me up in the air for a complete lesson. And the instructor will never be more than shouting distance away from me. And a sack of potatoes will be used to check the stability of the system. There is a scientific reason. When a hang glider's flying, the pilot literally does hang from it. It's by swinging his weight around that he steers the rig. So it's important for training that if the student just hangs around and does nothing, the hang glider will fly straight and even. Because a hang glider is so finely balanced, it's likely to be pulled out of the sky if a tow line was simply attached either to the rig or the pilot. That's why the winch line is attached to both the glider and the load. By using this ring system, the tension from the winch is distributed at the right proportion between the glider and the pilot, so that neither of them are pulled off balance. OK, Spuds, I can see you're raring to go. Show us what you're made of. A short hop should be enough to see whether they're going to get smashed. Oh, wonderful. Not a single mashed potato. Well, now the chips are down, it's my turn. Here's my instructor, Tony Webb. Hi, Tony.
Hi. Take the front wires and we'll... Right. Carabine up done.
OK, let's go.
Now, the controls are the whole body weight over to the left.
Right.
And the whole body weight over to the right. OK, back to the centre. OK?
Yeah.
So you have to pick up the aircraft. Shoulders underneath there. Right, hands a bit further down. OK, raise the nose a touch. Let it go up. Let it go up.
Using the helmet.
That's right, let it go up. That's nice and tight. Comfortable?
Yeah.
All right. When you're ready, just say all out.
All out. As the car drives off, the tension is taken up by the winch.
Right, here we go. Gently let it go up. Lovely, good weight, Chip. Pull in a bit. Good.
How's it feel? OK.
Pull in, pull in. Good. Pull in hard, that's a gust.
The winch is set to pay out more line above a certain tension. That way, any gusts can't lift the glider too high. And equally, if the headwind drops a touch, the slack will be taken up to keep you flying.
OK, good. That's right, hang on the wrong hand side. Squeeze the bar out gently. Keep on that side.
So the winch keeps me at a safe height, and I can concentrate on the art of control.
Pull in, pull in, pull in. Bring it down, pull in and hold it in. Pull in and hold it. Coming down. Pull in, out.
Oh, brilliant! I'm hooked, literally. Thanks, lads. I'm going to do some more hang gliding next week, and I'll show you a new version of this winch, which means that pilots can go up thousands of feet. Hang gliding is about the best way for man to experience the same freedom as the birds. But so far, it's only by leaping off cliffs or hills that you can get this high. On last week's programme, I tried out a hang glider training system using a winch towed by a car. Well, that same principle can be taken a step further to enable expert pilots to get up to thousands of feet. The new winch can be driven to any launch area.
Okay, here we go.
But then it's left in position. More than 1,000 feet of steel cable is attached to the hang glider at the other end of the site.
Take up slack. Slack.
Although the motor is extremely powerful, it's also very finely controlled to winch the glider up at a rate to suit any pilot. With this system, it's hoped that the sport of hang gliding can now take off all over the country. Right, Bob, are we ready?
Great.
OK, let's give it a go.
All out.
It's obviously capable of taking a novice pilot like me up a few feet for training, but experts can get up thousands of feet by taking a tip from kite flying. As anyone who's tried flying a kite will know, you use a combination of pulling and then letting out the line. Repeat the process a few times and you can get it up to quite considerable heights. Well, that's what the winch does. It consists of a normal car engine, an automatic transmission, which are connected to this drum, so that paying out the line or winding it back in can be controlled by a single throttle. Now, the hang glider pilot has to be able to glide back downwind in order to get ready for his next tow in, and that requires considerable skill. So I'll hand over to the expert, Graham Deegan.
Okay, stand by, Graham. Okay, I'm ready to take off. All out. All out.
The tension increases in the winch line, and an experienced pilot can handle a tremendous rate of climb. How high are you, Graham?
3,100.
Now, by easing off the throttle, the automatic transmission allows more line to be paid out. The hang glider flies off downwind, taking the extra line with it.
Yeah, I'm just going to slip off downwind slightly.
Roger. A quick turn, the tension's put on again, and he gets a second tow that doubles his height. This step towing, as it's called, can be repeated up to 6,000 feet, or wherever the pilot chooses to free himself. This new ability to take off from flat ground means it's now plain sailing for hang gliding anywhere in the country.
Yeah. He is well traveled. But this was a weekend gathering at Barkston Heath Airfield near Grantham, not one of the world's mountainous regions, to prove that hang gliding is possible in even the flatlands of the East, through the development of new tow launching gear to get you up there with the birds. They were testing 3 types of systems: the payout winch system, the static line winch and the fixed line, and results were impressive. Flying conditions were excellent, a 15-knot wind, although it didn't always go perfectly, of course. But this is a breed who are used to getting themselves out of scrapes, and their main priority in an emergency: don't damage the glider. The development of tow launching gear systems has come largely through necessity, accelerated by enthusiasts from the east of England who are at a natural disadvantage, but no longer. There's a limit of 2,000 feet for hang gliders in this area. Over the weekend, these systems were getting the pilots up to 1,000 feet quite comfortably. And world champion John Pendry has been tow launched to 4,000 feet, but that was over the Isle of Wight. So things are clanking and changing in the hang gliding world. These systems will make the sport available to far more people, make demonstrations possible at fetes, air shows and major events. And one day it might even develop into a spectator sport.
Of being AIDS carriers.